Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Podfather is here. I am your current reigning, defending, undisputed Bulletcast champion, just like Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roddy Strong, and Adam Cole, baby. The title reign is hashtag forever undisputed for life, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 1:05 a.m. on Saturday, February 2nd. Happy Black History Month, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Black Excellence Month. I'm sitting in my humble abode in my bedroom in my estate in the Hayward Hills of Hayward, California. And I just got home from All Pro Wrestling Killer Whale. Great show, man. APW, they always deliver. I love everything APW. They're really revitalizing independent wrestling in the Bay Area. So, it was cool. I went with Carlos, Mendoza, another former Bulletcast champion. I went with him, and it was chill, man. I got to see Baby Huey and Bimbo Jimbo and Baby Huey's brother Tommy. So it was great seeing those guys. I love those guys. I can't wait to do some business with those guys. I talked to Jimbo and Huey. I believe a collaboration between In the Click. Go follow those guys on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. In the Click. Click is KLIQ. I think some business is going to be done with those boys sometime in the near future. Brandon and I go over to the 1077 The Bone Studios, or maybe they come over to us. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. They come over to us at Chabot College in the TV station. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this. I have to coach wrestling at El Camino High in San Francisco. I got to get up at like 5 a.m. So let's hit this. Let's hit this real quick. All right, so we start off with Jake Atlas versus Marcus Lewis versus newest AEW signee Jungle Boy, who was defending his All Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Championship, and he retained it. I'm not exactly sure of the times of these matches, so if you're looking for that, I can't help you. I probably should have asked the timekeeper be more official. All right, so here we go. Quick near falls right out the gate. Jungle Boy playing with the crowd, playing to the crowd with a luchador-like sit-down springboard arm drag. Lewis and Jungle Boy team up and hit a poetry in motion adjacent maneuver against Jake Atlas. Once Atlas gets back into the ring, Lewis delivers a Pele kick to both of his opponents. A unique codebreaker backstabber lays all athletes out, and then they engage in a chop-off. The match concludes with Jake Atlas hitting a cartwheel DDT off the top rope onto Marcus Lewis. Jungle Boy super kicks Jake Atlas. Atlas falls out of the ring to capitalize and get the victory. It was fun, man. Jungle Boy, he's super, super over with the All Pro Wrestling crowd. Number one babyface in the company, probably, aside from a Jacob Fatu or a Will Hobbs or even Marcus Lewis, I was surprised that Jungle Boy retained. I expected him, since he signed this big AEW contract or whatever, to drop the championship, but I guess that's not the case. Maybe that happens at All Pro Wrestling Uncensored March 30th, Saturday, March 30th. You'll see SCU, Scorpio Sky, Frankie Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, and maybe some other AEW guys. You never know. That night. Alright, then the next match is Matt Carlos and the future, Dave Dutra, going up against Reno Scum, Adam Thornstowe, and Luster the Legend. Those are Brandon's favorite people. Reno Scum, they were defending their APW Tag Team Championships, and they retained them successfully. All titles were retained on this show. Spoiler alert. Alright, oh, Scott, excuse me. That phlegm is getting at me. Alright, here we go. So, this match starts off quick and fast with hard-hitting offense. Luster the Legend sporting a cheetah print mohawk hairstyle, a la ya boy. Though the mohawk is like Sheamus's, the cheetah print is a la ya boy Enzo Amore. Luster gets worked by Dutra and Carlos. Carlos tries to attempt a baseball slide out of the ring, only to have Adam Thornstowe throw him into a whole bunch of chairs in the seating area where the fans are. Adam with a big standing dropkick after they make their way back into the ring. Reno Scum with a myriad of moves and to Matt Carlos while he's in the corner of the ring. Dutra gets tagged in, and then he hits a tope con hilo on Luster the Legend outside of the ring. Luster is hit with a codebreaker, backstabber, and jumping flatliner, kind of like Sutton Benjamin's pay dirt, and kicks out for a very close, almost 3 count. The match ends with Luster the Legend hitting Carlos with a razor's edge-like maneuver onto a tree of woad, Dave Dutra. And then Luster pins Matt Carlos. So It was fun, man. It was interesting. I always love seeing Reno Scum. They're super over with the oi, 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 oi. They're really over with that. It was cool. All right, next up we have not such a fan favorite, the God of War, J.R. Kratos. He goes up against making his All Pro Wrestling debut, D Rose. I was like, okay, D Rose, Derrick Rose, I guess. God, I forgot what his entrance music was, but I really liked it. It was fun. All right, so as Kratos is making his way to the ring, Kratos high fives a bunch of kids, and then he flips off this one guy that I see at all pro wrestling shows. He looks really young. He's a big guy with glasses. He just flips him off, and we all just start laughing like it popped the crowd. It was hilarious. I should feel bad for the guy, but it was really funny. All right, so Rose entrance. Oh, his theme was "Walkthrough" by Rich Homie Quan. I haven't heard that song since, oh my god, my first year of college. Was it 2014, 15? Jesus, that was a very long time ago. I'm an old bastard. I'm 23, but I feel like I'm old. Anyway, Kratos shoots a single and then throws Rose with it. Yeah, so he shoots a single leg and he just picks it up and throws Rose kind of across the ring. I was like, oh, okay. Kratos tries to throw Rose and gets hit with a arm drag. Kratos is distracted when his former manager Mike Miller makes his way to the ring. Then Kratos dominates Rose for a while. Kratos goes for an elbow drop and a corner splash and misses both. Rose hits a cannonball on Kratos. Kratos reverses a I don't know. D Rose, he had him like he was going to go for a World's Strongest Slam. Kratos reverses into a DDT, and then he hits a running knee to the side of D Rose's head for the 1-2-3. Then Mike Miller apologizes to Kratos, and Kratos basically gives him another shot. All right. Then after that, we have former Classic Connection member and current Wrestling with Regret champion Levi Shapiro. He's accompanied by Brian Zane of Wrestling with Regret. So he faces Striker. I can't pronounce his last name, but I know he was known as the Chocolate Poppy. He was tag team champions with Carl Fredericks, friend of the podcast. All right, so Levi hits a Gator Roll on Striker, then Striker hits an amateur wrestling setup, and I was like, okay, I'm impressed. Maybe I have to go in there, get a mat, and see what can happen on the mat. I'm just joking. He'd beat me mercis. I can't even talk right now. I really can't even say the word. Striker would beat me in a wrestling match. Let's just put it that way. There we go. All right, and then he hits Levi with a very deep steamboat-like arm drag. Brian Zane gets involved and distracts Staker, and Levi hits him with a mandible claw because Levi wears this one single leather glove, a la like Diesel back in the 90s. Big Daddy Cool. All right, this results in both men spilling to the outside of the ring, and it results in a double countout. Yeah, it wasn't much happened here. They got on the card, they did their business they were supposed to do, and then they left. It's just that simple. All right, next up. Oh my God, this dude was so good as a heel. Sam Adonis. He comes out. He has this Rick Rude at Jace promo that he cuts before his match. You know how Rick Rude would call people you sweaty sweat hogs or whatever, dirty, filthy sweat hogs. All the ladies want to be with me, all the men are jealous of me, all that kind of stuff. And it's funny. He wears these tie-dye tights that have his name Adonis on it, American flag, Statue of Liberty, and Donald Trump, but he lives in Mexico City, Mexico. Or he's from Mexico City, Mexico. It's hilarious. He has like a James Ellsworth haircut. The dude had great heel work, talking back to the kids, telling this dude that his wife likes the way he hits it, and he's going to hit it tonight. It's all fun. But he's going up against Will Hobbs, the defending All Pro Wrestling Internet Champion. So, Adonis runs from Will only to attack him from behind. Adonis panders to the crowd. Hobbs sends Adonis flying to the outside. Hobbs hits a big stinger splash in the corner of the ring. Then Adonis counters an upcoming move with a back body drop. Adonis hits a Hulk Hogan leg drop, and does the whole hand pandering to the thing, and he says, brother. You know, he can't be doing that, Black History Month, doing that to an African-American wrestler, Hulk Hogan, you know where I'm going with that. Alright, Adonis covers Hobbs and thrusts his pelvic region in his face, kind of like full Monty in him. The crowd, we were like, hey, what's going on? But, we were in Daly City, so it's whatever. Hobbs hits an impressive snap power slam only to get kneed in the head on the cover. Hobbs regains composure and begins to attack. Adonis hits a blockbuster and gets a very close, almost 3 count on Hobbs. Hobbs hits a frog splash for the win. Hobbs did limp away after the match, so was he just selling the injury or was he really hurt? I saw him walking around, like, oh, was it after the show? I didn't really pay attention if he was limping or not, but you never know. All right, there was a huge 8-man tag team match. I'm gonna have to go to the All Pro Wrestling Instagram page because there were way too many bodies in that match for me to keep track of. So let me just do this one quick second. I pray to God that all that. Oh, okay, here it is. So Bad Boys, personified versus Radio Ugly Boys and D Fresh. Okay. No. Okay, so it was Boy Slagrade, Rick Luxury. Who else is in here? I know my boy D Fresh was in there. Shout out D Fresh. Dominic Texaria. John Redito. Oh, he's the Filipino guy that I believe he's Filipino. Who sings the "Careless Whisper" on his way to the ring. It's hilarious. I love every time he does it. Titus Jimenez, he's in there, and who else is in here? Ryan Barton, Derek Slade. I think his ring name is Derek Slade. Yeah, so they're all in there, and the heels win, guys. Rick Luxury hits D Fresh with a single knee facebuster. And pins him. Yeah, there were a lot of bodies. I just decided to really watch this match and just have fun and enjoy it, and I did. Next up, we have Aaron Solo, aka Bailey's husband, as some people were saying in the crowd, versus Cal Jack. So, Solo, he begins, just cutting a promo. He's like, Cal Jack, you were in NXT, but I have more televised matches than you, yada, yada, yada. I'm surprised nobody really started a Bailey's husband chant, or Bailey's boyfriend chant. I'm surprised nobody did that. Alright. Anyway, Solo, aggressive out the gate with multiple drop kicks. An interesting rolling sequence results in Solo hitting a standing double stomp on Jack. Jack hits a deep six a la Baron Corbin. Solo gains some offense and hits a splash off the top rope. Solo hits a Topoken Hilo on Jack. And then the referee, he does a Tope Suicida on the Solo. And then the crowd goes absolute crazy. We're like, oh, hey, wait a second, what? And then Cal Jack throws Solo into the ring. Then he grabs the referee and just kind of body presses the referee onto Solo. And then Solo hits... Where is it at? Hits Solo with a spinning gut. Yeah, Cal Jack hits Solo with a spinning gut wrench move that ends in a knee to the face, and Cal Jack wins. Yay, Cal Jack! Woohoo! All right, next up, Taya Valkyrie, the current reigning, defending Impact Knockouts champion. She didn't defend her title here tonight, but I talked to Taya Valkyrie after the show, real quick. Just I told her I enjoyed her work, enjoyed her match, asked for a picture. She was really cool about it, really chill, really nice person. Alright, so she was going up against Nicole Savoy. Nicole Savoy, I'm not exactly sure what championship she was sporting tonight. I didn't really get a chance to look at it. Alright, but in a rematch from All Pro Wrestling King of the Indies, this was the day before the New Japan show at the Cow Palace. These two put on a really solid match. After I push off Savoy, flips off Valkyrie. A fan says Valkyrie's assets are new and made of Canadian bacon. Yeah, that went. Hecklers in the crowd, some guys laughed and chuckled at it. I'm just like, oh, come on, guys. It's whatever. All right, Savoy puts Taya in the disarm her a la Becky Lynch, the man. Then Savoy starts performing the moves she's known for and suplexes Taya. Suplexer. Alright, Taya Valkyrie panders to the crowd and speaking a little Spanish. Taya chokes Savoy with the bottom rope. She breaks at the count. Taya Valkyrie plays with the crowd, more so the male audience than the, shaking her, just pandering to the male audience, or to the audience in general, whatever. You know what I'm talking about, people. You know. and it cost her as Savoy applies a plethora of submissions on Taya. These looked very brutal. They did not look. I mean, oh my god, they know what they're doing. They're professionals. I was like, she started bending arms all the way back and bending fingers. Like Savoy was not playing on it. I was like, Jesus Christ. It was not cool. But somehow Valkyrie makes it to the bottom rope and breaks the holds. Alright, Savoy starts bending fingers, like I just said. Taya throws some elbows, gets up, and hits a solid spear. Then both women trade German suplexes. Savoy hits a rock-hard headbutt. It was Glasgow kiss style, a la Drew McIntyre. He hits that on Taya. Valkyrie kicks out of a Canadian Destroyer. Canadians are going to get beat with a Canadian Destroyer. It just doesn't make any sense. Alright, and then Taya hits I call it the bitch clamp, because that's what Jazz used to call it. It's where you hook both of their arms, and then you sit down, kind of like it's like a face buster, double arm face buster type deal. And for the win. So Taya wins. It was really cool, man. Good seeing them wrestle. They have really good, solid matches, and I heard Taya talking about the match after I was trying to get the picture. She was telling some fan that she really loves working with Nicole and she has fun, and they really try to go after it. I'm like, it's good, man. It's really interesting. Alright, so next up, this is supposed to be one-on-one. John Morrison, we know him as Johnny Impact, the current Impact heavyweight champion, going up against the real Universal Champion, the All-Pro Wrestling Universal Champion, Jacob Fatu. JR Kratos gets inserted in the match. Mike Miller makes it happen. I really messed up that All-Pro Wrestling introduction for the Universal title. I apologize. Marcus Mack. It's Marcus Mack's birthday. Well, it's February 2nd now, but during the show, it was Marcus Mack's birthday. The whole crowd sang him happy birthday, told him we appreciate him, which was good stuff, I just said what's up to him real brief, He's a busy guy. I didn't want to bother him. Anyway, so Fatu and Morrison double team Kratos. Fatu and Morrison, as Kratos is out the ring, Fatu and Morrison have a fun one-on-one encounters with Kratos spoiling them all. Then Morrison and Fatu have a super kick party with Kratos' face. After Kratos rolls out of the ring, Fatu and Morrison get at it. Kratos spoils the fun again, making sure Morrison doesn't gain any more offense. Kratos begins to dominate Morrison, comes back, hits a disaster kick on Fatu. Fatu falls out of the ring. Kratos and Morrison wrestle one-on-one for a little while. Fatu dives off the top rope. In midair, Morrison counters into a power slam off of Kratos' shoulder. Sorry, couldn't really read my notes for a second. Morrison hits a Canadian Destroyer later in the match on Fatu. I got to see 2 on one night. That's pretty cool. Kratos' manager, Mike Miller, would cost him the match as he brings the chair into the ring and distracts Kratos for a little while. Fatu capitalizes, hits a moonsault, and gets the 1-2-3, and he is still your All-Pro Wrestling Universal Heavyweight Champion. The real Universal Champion. It was cool, man. APW, it was fun. It really was. I can't wait for the next one. March 30th, Saturday. SoCal Uncensored, and you never know. There might be a young buck or two. There might be a Chief Brandy officer. There might be an American Nightmare, Cody's done business with All-Pro Wrestling in the past. That's how I've gotten to meet him and talk to him for a little bit. So you never know, man. You really never know. Alright, APW, Marcus Mack, all the guys and girls that competed tonight, on production staff, everybody who helped put the show on. You guys did a fantastic job. Oh, I know Pro Wrestling Revolution's having a show coming up sometime in March. I can't remember the exact day. I know Super Crazy and Tajiri are going to be there. If you, ECW, WWE guys, had wars in Japan and all this other stuff. That's gonna be fun. I might have to go check that one out. Seriously, guys, thank you so much. All Pro Wrestling, you've done it again. I'm a part of the APW faithful. I love everything you guys do. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to go get some sleep. Seriously, thank you so much. Goodbye and good night. Bang!
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.